Listener discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome back to TakenOffTV with another episode of the Forza Horizon Rally. As promised, this week we'll be tackling the course in heavyweight vehicles. These are all vehicles that have been built to be over £4,000, which is actually about 1,800 kilograms. I think it's 1,814 to be precise. This is from Nina, the G-Wagon. It is going to be the heaviest car running down here today, just over £2,000. 6.3 litre twin turbo, massive off-road tyres, 325s front and rear. It is all-wheel drive, 649 horsepower. It's been wide-bodied, which is why it gets the massive tyres. And it's probably going to be one of the best ones from today, I think. So yeah, we'll see how it goes on the course. It's got the racing gearbox, clutch, diff, everything. I haven't really got anything other than the weight and the fact it's a bit top heavy. I haven't really got anything to be concerned about with this car. It's got decent power, four-wheel drive, it's massive tyres, it's just got so much grip. These, I mean, they're heavier, so they're potentially less competitive, but potentially a lot of these, I mean, this has been by far the most planted, the most stable and grippy car we've driven down here. I'll break myself a tiny bit there, it's not too bad. Keep off the inside because we don't want to be bouncing this across the grass into rocks. Up the path we go. In the left hand, I almost forgot to drop a gear. Yeah, the last car that we ran belonging to Nina was the Fiesta. And that was mighty fast. And while I don't think this is going to be as competitive, I think it could be one of the more competitive of the heavier cars. I don't think anything over a ton or over the 1,000 kilogram mark is really going to be that competitive, unless it is super planted, and this is, I'm not sure, you know. It feels fast, but I don't know if it's just because it's big, so it feels fast for its size. Do bounce off a limiter there a bit. About the 1 minute 50 mark as we're going towards us. The top of the hill, the crest if you like, really wide there. But it's alright, you know, it's got enough grip to bring it back. I was going to say power, but that's not the right thing. This gets up into 5th here. Gears are a little bit long, doesn't rev massively high, but really nice car to drive. Go down to 2nd here. Kick the back out a little bit. Now the main thing is, this could be quite a quick car, so we don't want to be missing checkpoints like we did the last time we had a quick car. 220. I'm not sure yet. I'm not really been watching the times coming down here, so I don't really know until we get on the last straight how competitive it's likely to be. It gets turning really nicely there. I buzzed them a little bit. You see cars coming around that corner, they're wanting to step out. This just isn't, it's just planted. Tiny lift there, I don't really think I need the lift. Into this right hand, I will see what it's like. So I think it might, well, started off very wide, but I don't think it's going to wash as wide as some of the cars do on there. We've got a contact flag, but that's irrelevant to us. Yeah, what's that? Oh, that's a 304 and it's not a tidy run. We'll go again. The G-Wagon is mad. The G-Wagon is stupid fast, what it is. I did not expect that. Well, this could challenge the Fiesta then. I didn't think anything was going to do. Now, one of the reasons we're running these heavyweights early in the series, if you like, is because I don't expect them to be as competitive as the cars that's gone down, so if they're not going to be as competitive, if we run them earlier, then they might get a chance to peek onto the leaderboard at the lower end. But it looks like this could take the top spot. It's got so much grip round there. It's not the fastest accelerating, but it's so easy and so planted. dab the brakes there, we'll get down in a second. We'll get down in a second if we don't jump off the brakes by accident. Oh, smashing a little bit of there, that's not great. A little bit of time loss, but nothing major. About in a second, get it turned. Did just lean away from the microphone, they're actually trying to turn it in because, you know, that's how physics works. I have total influence over where the car goes by leaning in my seat. As I continue to do it around every corner. I think that's going to be a theme in this episode, isn't it? I was doing it a lot less with the light cars, but when these feel like they're struggling to turn in, now I'm leaning. Now, I did expect this to be one of the more competitive cars in this weight category, but I didn't quite expect it to be as quick as it seems to be. So maybe these heavyweights will have more of a chance. Good on a couple of alright ones coming up, but I don't expect them to be as competitive as this, but maybe it'll be a surprise. We do have some special cars coming in the next episode. We do have some special driving in this episode by the looks of the way I took that corner. I went in too deep, didn't get it slowed down, jumped on the power too early, realised it was going into the wall, so used the handbrake to bring it around. So yeah, not the best technique, but we just about got round without tagging a wall. Let's go down the bank. I think you just plant it and throw it down there and it's fine. Jump on the brakes now. Let it roll. Get it turned in nice and early. And yeah, away we go. It's so easy to drive. I mean, it is an off-road car anyway, if you like. Not an off-road. These big off-roaders get better tyres than standard off-road rally tyres you put on the normal cars. And obviously they're taller, better suspension. This is actually, if I remember rightly, I don't think this is actually running off-road suspension. I think it's just a standard G-Wagon suspension. I think, no, it might be lifted a bit. Yeah, it might be off-road suspension. I'm not sure it will touch that, but that's not even enough to flag the contact anyway. Don't know why it was down together there, I've just been a moron. Jump on the brakes super late there. That is way later than anything else. Probably going a bit slower than anything else, especially with my gears, but as we'll come up, we are going to smash to the top of the leaderboard, I think. Oh, it might be a bit closer than I thought. What's that? 303.5. 303.5 is faster than the Fiesta. The Fiesta was a 303.7. Wow, that's insane. So the big heavy G-Wagon has went to the top of the leaderboard. A 303.5. That's a quick time. Next is a cutscene for add-ons that I don't want, which is always helpful. Next is Jordan's, and well, I don't think it's going to be as competitive as a G-Wagon, if I'm honest, because it's the H1 Alpha. Yes, I would like the card to load us, please, game. It's the H1 Alpha, the 2006 H1 Alpha. It is a 7.4 litre turbo diesel. It's on rally tyres, 345s front and rear. Yeah, I do have concerns with this car. Now the obvious concern is weight, because this thing isn't light. However, it is lighter than the G-Wagon. So it weighs in at 1,946 kilograms. And while that looks like it might be an error, yeah, it's 2,707 kilograms. I wonder where that's come from then. But 827 horsepower. 827 horsepower, and all of that to the rear wheels. So he has converted it into rear wheel drive. That, if I'm honest, is my main concern. Yeah, as always, I've never driven this. This is our first. The only other non-4-wheel drive car I've had down here was the front-wheel drive Golf that Forza kindly built for us. So this is the first rear-wheel drive car I've sent down here. It does not get moving off the line, and it's got nothing in the way of gears. Oh, this is brilliant. Oh, it's torquey though, I suppose. Come on, Hummer. We'll try and get you a good time. Oh, God, I don't know how hard I can rev it out. The bump there's nasty. And surprisingly, the little Celica is pulling away. Yeah, we can't be flat through there. Right, okay. We also can't be down too many gears on there. The big square makes it difficult to see the track ahead of it. It wants to step out now on some dirt. It just wants to rotate. There we go. I'll just keep a hold of it. This isn't as bad as I feared it might be. Oh, I say as I'm losing control. This isn't as bad as I feared it might be. It is well oversteer. It's not as violent as I expected it to be with 800 horsepower. It does have massive tyres though, and to be honest, it's perfectly controllable. Despite its immense weight, the gears are just horrible. I think part of it is a diesel engine that only revs to 4,000 RPM, and I think we'll test when we come up the line, but I think it's a factory gearbox. I don't think it's race. Yeah. Well, the first rear-wheel drive car down here though, it's... Well, I was going to say it's doing alright. I don't know what the other rear-wheel drive cars are going to be like. We do have more coming, but... nothing like this. Oh, go on, brother. Give it a slide. Down the hill we'll go. Right, what's it going to be like around these few high-speed corners? Oh, well, we're through the fence. Oh, and one. Some poo came out. That was well, now we're going left. That was sketchy. That's... No, I'm going to have to be brave down that hill, because if I want to get a good time out of it, I've got to throw it down there, whether it wants us to or not. Down to the water splash. To be fair, that shouldn't slow it down. Yeah, we'll slide through there. Run wide and cut in. Don't slide, don't slide, don't slide. Gently feed in the power. Feed in the power around here. There we go. And we'll lift up here with this car. Yeah, we just want to stop it sliding. It does wander a little bit. And we're going to get slowed down a little bit early. I don't want to slide too much, although it is sliding. I want to drop another gear on there. I don't know how many gears this car's got. Is it a factory gearbox? I'm not sure. It's got 6. Doesn't go any higher than that. Bashing the button. 312, 312.7. 312.7 isn't the slowest time we've had down here. 312.7 wouldn't be far off the Mark II Golf. Evidently the Mark II Golf was on sports tyres, but it's not bad from the Hummer. Come on. Yeah, we're smashing every limiter in every gear. Every limiter? The one limiter in every gear. Oh, maybe not as smooth as I could have been through that. Left, and we're not going to drop a gear, we're going to throw it up a gear. Watch the bump as we turn in. Ooh. Come on, Hummer. Yeah, we're nearly approaching its top speed there. Right, we're only going to be down to 3rd. Oh, don't want to tag the wall. Come on. There we go. Right, now I think... I'm not sure what's the best approach for this. I'm not sure if the best approach is to throw it, because we're on dirt. So, my instinct, my brain, and everything that I've learned is telling me that if I'm gentle and I start sliding, I can be faster. Because going sideways might look good, but it's not the fastest way around the corner. However, that might work for tarmac. On dirt, depending on the car, the conditions, the track, etc., it can sometimes be faster just to throw it. You can brake later, you can carry more speed because you're not slowing down to gain control of the car, you're just throwing it and then holding that slide. Straighten it up as you come out. Now if it was 4-wheel drive and it was a bit oversteery, yeah, sure, I'd throw it. But it's rear-wheel drive, it kind of steps out on its own. I don't really want to encourage it too much, because it's just going to spin up rear wheels. It's not really pulling itself through the corner as much as throwing the back end out the corner. But we'll get it up here, we'll get it sideways there. I think it'd be beneficial on some corners. I don't know, oof, please don't wander off the mountain. That was me there, trying to get wide for this. I want to get it straight line here, on the brakes, into here, second phase of braking, because it does tighten up this corner, it's quite deceiving. We'll get that up again nice and early, stop my kicking out, we'll get round here and down to the hairpin, sideways almost as we approach the braking zone for this. Sideways definitely, we'll accelerate outward. Yeah, down the water splash. I did not get that slowed down. Come on, don't slide too much. Go on, Hummer. Make your way around. Tiny left. Ooh. Tiny left and a bit of a drift. Come up the last right hander. Final corner. We'll leave it in fourth this time because we smashed the limiter and went into third. We'll get it up the hill and have... What is it? I think it's going to be a quicker time this time. It is... a 3:10.5. 3:10.5 is not bad at all. 3:10.5 is a tenth of a second off that goal. Yeah, not really interested in that, but you know. 3:10.5. The Mark II Golf run a 3:10.4. It's faster than the Forza built front-wheel drive Golf by 6 seconds. So the Hummer is not the slowest thing on the leaderboard at the moment. As always, we'll put a top 10 at the end of the episode on screen. Yeah, surprising the Hummer. I am surprised, pleasantly surprised. Now, the final car that's going around the track today, or across the, I don't know, through the stage today, is the Toyota Land Cruiser, the Arctic Trucks Edition. This is the Forza built car. Won on a wheel spin and used the Forza upgrade system. Now, Forza doesn't do any conversions, doesn't do any body pieces. If the keen-eyed might realise that there are mudguards on this and there is a front bar on it. The reason for that is because, for once, the Forza upgrade system seemed to do a good thing. It seemed to build a half-decent car. And it actually brought it under that £4,000 weight lower limit that we have. So I had to put the front bar on and the mud flaps, just to take it above the minimum weight for this stage, for this competition that we're running. Other than that, it seems alright. It's a 3.2 litre turbo diesel. It is all-wheel drive. It does have rally tyres. They're the ones that's on the car. I assume the right tyres, they're the off-road tyres. 345s front and rear. 355s front and rear. 433 horsepower and 1,826 kilograms, so just over that minimum weight. The only concern I really have looking at this is that it doesn't have a diff. Forza didn't do a diff. So it is the standard diff, but it is a more modern car. It's a 2016 car, so it shouldn't be too bad. It's not like running an old front wheel drive car. We'll see where it's at. Well, that's almightily sluggish off the line, 5,000 RPM. Okay, I expect it to be a bit faster than that. I mean, it does have 400 horsepower, but it's the lightest car today, the least powerful, but the lightest. It's just not going to have the speed, is it? Can we make up for it with grip? Possibly. We'll see if we can throw it through here without Oh, we'll lift. Yeah, we do have to tap the brakes. I don't think there's any car that's going to get away with. Flat out on there. Can we go on the first here? Yeah, first over the bridge then. Although if I get a clean right, I might be able to sit in second. Yeah, it's going to be another car where we're pinging through first and second. I do apologise for my voice, I'm not 100% today. A bit of a blocked up throat, blocked up nose, so not brilliant. You may keep your swollen as well, I do apologise for that. Sounds disgusting, but you know. Come on up the hill. This Land Cruiser is not fast. I think the only chance it's got is if I don't understeer into walls consistently. I think the only chance it's got really is handling. It grips well. Please, shouldn't have jumped across it. Trying to get greedy with the grass. Trying to cut when I shouldn't be. Yeah, nearly every corner's down to first and we're barely getting up out second. Come on. It's not the fastest thing, it's not the slowest thing. It's just slow compared to what we're running. Oh, save a second for this one. And down the hill we go. Come on, gravity. Gravity can help us here. Make up a bit of time. Still not very fast, accelerating. If I jump on the brake where I do everything else, is that okay? Yeah, we can actually brake a tiny bit later probably. Get down to first. It's a very controlled car. I would say I couldn't pick between this and the G-Wagon to say what's easier. Well, that was completely understeer, so the G-Wagon's easier. G-Wagon doesn't understeer this can a little bit. Although I haven't really seen it apart from that corner, to be honest. It's not been a major problem. It's a very controlled car, it's a very controlled run. I've made mistakes, I've clipped walls, this is where I'm pushing to try and see if I can make up time. Exploring the limits of grip, we'll get a better second run in anyway, so it doesn't matter. Unless I miss a checkpoint like a moron, which I'm not planning on doing again for this entire series. I wasn't planning it the first time though, so, you know. Yeah, the dab of the brakes to the bottom corner there, it's just 3:10.6. It's enough to put it in front of the Golf and the Hummer. Oh no, it's not. Hummer ran a 3:10.5. I actually come through as a 3:10.7 as well, so I wasn't even right there. Ooh. I think we can find a couple of tenths taken above the Hummer and the Golf. I don't see why not. Final run of the day, we'll make it a good one. We haven't got a lot of power to work with, but we have got quite a bit of grip and control to work with. And I do like the Hilux. I love myself a big off-roady Toyota. Quite like it to be in the little fast off-roady Toyota in front of us, to be honest, but it's not an option for this. Well, not for now anyway. Possibly later. Come on, right. Yeah, I don't think anything's going to be flat through here, so tiny double of brakes. And then we'll get turned onto the bridge. Get down the gears and get the acceleration going. No, wider than I did last time. Back into that corner. Come on. Not quite flat through there, I do have to lift to it on hit the barriers and I have to lift there so I don't count the rocks. With the hairpin. Brake nice and early, get turned in. This is one of the corners I can understeer a little bit. As we saw last run. I'll swing it out wide. Then I understeered here so we'll get turned in nice and early. We'll let this one run wide here. As my competitor there rips the handbrake, maybe I should have because I bloody hit the inside there again. I do like to clunk the grass there and try and be greedy. That's not good. I don't think it's ruined as well. It's still quite a quick run for this car, relative speaking of course. We'll tap the handbrake there because that's where it wandered into the wall last time. Just as the road drops away, it does have a slight off camber on the exit. truck does not like it. Not every car does, some don't mind. Get down here, we'll smash it, well not smash through the gears, but get through the gears. Make sure we get that checkpoint because I thought I was going to miss it. Slightly later on the brakes. And yeah, I think we've made up time there. Straight down at the first and get it sliding, that's brilliant. Probably wasted the time and saved by smashing rev limiter again, but... Oh, with the jump. Down the gears again at the right hander. Oh, I wanted to get on power earlier there, but it was going to understeer. Come on. Get on the left hander, brake a little bit earlier, but I want to smash the ball. Onto the tarmac. Come on, Toyota. Could you be a half competitive Forza car? Forza built car? It's the best chance Forza built cars are going to have, I think, because I'm pretty sure you're the only one that's going to be four-wheel drive. Oh, I braked a bit late there, but that was fine. Ish. Could have been quicker, but it wasn't bad. Come on, it's a run to 9. I think we've got a good time here. We do 307.3. 307.3 is enough to beat both Golfs. It's actually enough to beat the RS200. It is just under a second slower than the Civic. So the G-Wagon today took top spot with a 303, which moved everything else down. The Arctic Trucks Hilux went into 6th with a 307.3, which is quite impressive. And the Hummer didn't actually go into 10th, went into 9th with a 310.5. Managed to beat out that Mark III Golf. Not quite the Mark II. And this was quite impressive. I mean, it's not bad for what it is. It's not the quickest thing in the world. But yeah, it wasn't really designed to be, was it? It's not the slowest car of the day. The Hummer is the slowest car of the day, but it's not the slowest car of the run. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again next time with some more heavyweight cars. Goodbye for now.